After Bangladesh, the regime of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has been overthrown. Yes, a revolution has come to Syria after 24 years. Before understanding this entire rebellion, it is crucial to comprehend Syria's current map and how its present government was formed. Inside Syria at this time, 75% are Sunni Muslims while 17% are Shia Muslims. This country is currently divided into four parts. One part was under the current President Bashar al-Assad's government, which has been overturned. So, despite Syria being a Sunni Muslim majority country, Bashar al-Assad is a Shia Muslim. And within his party, all important positions are also held by Shia Muslims. And that's why this government is supported by Iran, Hezbollah, and Russia. The name of Bashar al-Assad's father was Hafez al-Assad, who held significant influence within the Syrian military. He was also the head of Syria's Air Force. In November 1970, he overthrew the existing political government and declared himself the new president of Syria. But in Syria, because there is a majority Sunni population, there was always a risk of rebellion from them at any time. Therefore, to prolong his power as much as possible, like any dictator, he took control of every secret agency, media, and opposition in the entire country, and then also changed the constitution. After his death in the year 2000, his son Bashar al-Assad became president, who has been president since then. During Bashar al-Assad's era, unemployment and poverty reached their peak, and people became very frustrated with his government. Then began the Arab Spring, when the public in the Arab world started revolting against dictators. During this time, in February 2011, in the Syrian city of Daraa, some school children were taken away by forces for writing slogans against Bashar al-Assad's government, and they were brutally tortured. Protests began in Daraa to release these children, which quickly spread to different parts of the country. Due to the excessive escalation of this torture and the situation with the children, they are released. But seeing their condition, the protests now increase further. This time the protest becomes violent and escalates into demonstrations, upon which forces open fire and several people are killed. Tanks and helicopters are used against the people, which enrages them and causes the protest to spread across the entire country. The situation escalates to the point where the army and the people stand against each other. The people throw stones at their own army, and in response, the army shoots at them and kills them. Due to fighting on their own people, a rebellion occurs within the army, and these people join with the general public to train them and form an army called the Free Syrian Army. Their goal is to fight the Syrian army and liberate Syria. Gradually, fighters from all over the world began to join this army. The group that joins from Iraq to fight in this army is called IS, which later comes to Syria and adopts the name E. Taking advantage of this conflict and unrest, the Kurdish people of Syria, who were demanding a state of Kurdistan, saw this as a great opportunity, and the Kurdish army gained control over the entire area which they still hold. In addition to Syria, Kurdish people are found in large numbers in Iran, Iraq, and particularly Turkey, and they want to form a new country, Kurdistan, by merging parts of all these countries, which the United States also supports. Currently, within Syria, these Kurdish people are fighting both Bashar al-Assad and Turkey simultaneously in order to weaken Turkey and include it in Kurdistan. Slowly, other countries in the world also got involved in this war because Iran supported Bashar al-Assad with everything, including its army, to stop this rebellion, but it could not be possible. Russia began supporting Bashar al-Assad's government in order to expand its influence and presence in the Middle East, and to use its airbase, politics, and control to counter the United States and Israel. In return, the United States also started providing weapons and support to the Free Syrian Army and ISIS to counter Russia, meaning all these countries has made Syria a battlefield. Currently, there are 200 countries in the world that have agreed never to use chemical weapons on people, but the Syrian army used chemical weapons on its own people on Bashar al-Assad's orders. Although Syria has not made this agreement because of the veto power of China and Russia within the United Nations, Bashar al-Assad's government was saved. In the meantime, America started a targeted operation in Syria in which IS was targeted, and the videos of which you must have certainly seen. Meanwhile, we see that Turkey also starts airstrikes against the Kurds, and Russia has also established an airbase here to save Bashar al-Assad, and today all these vested interests have left Syria in such a condition. During Trump's era, America withdrew from this war, but once again, due to Bashar al-Assad's army using chemical weapons on its own people, America re-entered this war. However, researchers also believe that America actually came to help Israel so that it wouldn't face any threat from that side. A group named Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, which emerged in 2017 as a result of the merger of several military groups. Initially, it had the support of Al-Qaeda, but in 2017, it separated from it and today it controls one-third of Syria, being a Sunni rebel group with the aim of establishing an Islamic system throughout Syria. And this movement is supported by Turkey, Ukraine, and Qatar. Turkey to use it to stop the Kurds. Qatar because being a Sunni majority. Bashar al-Assad's Shia government rules here, and Ukraine because Bashar al-Assad is supported by Russia, while Israel has occupied another part of Syria, the Golan Heights. Recently, the Sunni movement captured Aleppo within Bashar al-Assad's government, taking control of the crucial road leading to the capital Damascus, and seized all major government buildings in Damascus, such as the airport and radio. Buildings Bashar al-Assad's official palace and the government offices here have been seized. And you know that capturing a country's capital and government buildings is considered capturing that country. Syria's military surrendered easily, and there was no fighting or bloodshed. According to the information so far, Bashar al-Assad has fled Syria, and there are reports that his plane may have crashed somewhere. As of the time I am recording this video, nothing is confirmed about whether he is alive or if he died in the crash. People have entered his official residence and looted all his belongings. Now, the most important question is what is going to happen after all this. See, for America, this is very good news because in the Israel-Gaza war, Hezbollah, which is an Iranian proxy group, was attacking Israel with weapons that were actually coming from Syria to Lebanon, from where Israel was being attacked. But now that route will be closed. On the other hand, Russia is so entangled in the Ukraine war that it will not be able to save Bashar al-Assad's government even if it wants to. This means the United States has almost succeeded in eliminating Russia's influence from Syria. This is why some people believe that the Sunni group was actually funded by the United States for this attack since it was in America's interest. And on the other hand, it is also being reported in the news that the commander of this movement had told Israel to help us in this attack, meaning that we attack from one side and you attack from the other, so that Bashar al-Assad's government can be completely pressured and ended. Look, I have always seen that if there is a war anywhere in the world, you can blindly say that the US will definitely be involved. Now the matter is that it is confirmed that Syria is going to split into two parts. Syria will be divided into separate areas after this, and this is the first step towards Greater Israel for Israel. Look at the Greater Israel map, and you will see that a part of Syria had to be occupied sooner or later. As soon as Syria breaks, its army on the Golan Heights will seize this part. Even today, the Israeli army wears this Greater Israel map on their uniform, and this map includes a large part of Egypt, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Iraq and Egypt are currently in such a weak economic state that Israel, with America's help, could capture them even now. But in Saudi Arabia, Israel is gradually increasing its influence due to its business investments. Since the attack on Gaza, Israel has started this Greater Israel.